السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جميعا الإخوة والأخوات. Good evening, brothers and sisters, all the attendees from all around the world. My name is Fيصل الاحوازي, the official speaker for الاحوازي Democratic Popular Front. First of all, I would like to express my sincere sympathy and support to Baloch occupied nation and to the martyrs, to Baloch martyrs who has sacrificed their life for Balochstan freedom, for Balochstan independence, for Balochstan dignity. I have prepared speech, but I left it in my phone. I want to talk to you face to face, directly, without reading my words from my phone. What happened in Balochstan last year, where 100 people died in a cold blood by the Iranian occupation regime, was not the first and last in the non-Persian struggle for their dignity against the Iranian occupation regime. What happened in الاحواز in 2019 in Mahshur massacre. What happened in الاحوازي انتفاضة in 2005, where the Iranian occupation regime was putting the Ahwazi live people in the boxes and threw them in the rivers. What happened in Kurdistan in Women Life Freedom, where in many Kurdish cities we saw many people, many Kurdish citizens were caught by the Iranian regime, and no one paid attention. What happened in South Azerbaijan, Turk nation, in 2006, where the Iranian media has made the joke about the nation that led to the uprising, and much more sacrificed by other nations, Kurdistan, Balochstan, Turkmen, Ahwaz. We are all paying cost for our dignity. It's fine. What's happening? It has two important messages, one local and one international. For the local, it's for all the non-Persian nations, leaders, peoples, to come together much more. If the non-Persian nations, leaders and activists, the amount of time they paid for their reliances on the Western and other infrastructure or aliens power to help them from the getting liberated, to put it for their development and cooperation, they will get liberated very quickly. We as a non-Persian nation activist, we need to look into our people, into our leaders, into our organization, to build our path much more efficient and so we should not expect someone from other planet comes and say, okay, Baloch nation, this is your independence. No. Ahwaz nation, this is your independence. No way. Always independence. Getting liberated needs blood, needs sacrifice, needs struggle. Without struggle, we can never ever gain our rights back. And we will stay for another decade if we don't stand up for the way that these occupiers, as you explained earlier, need to get out of our land. Sooner or later, to build a future for our next generations, we need to stand up. if I don't sacrifice myself, if I don't defend my land, who will defend it? Foreigners, they will never do it. If foreigners want to help us, they are not helping without any expenses. We will be colonized. If external people will help us, we will be colonized in a most developed way that we will have no decision making for our land. We have to pay from our natural resources. We have to pay. We can't decide for ourselves. That's the internal message that we need to rely on. In terms of the international message, the continuous crimes that happening against Baloch, against Ahwazi, against Kurd, against South Azerbaijani Turk, and most recently against Bahraini nation in Jizan. Message to all the international powers. If they think with the way that they are going on, with just by especially the United Nations, by expressing their concern about what's happening in Iran, they should be expected that the Iranian crime will come to the Western countries soon or later. They think that if they just showed their, let's say, concern about, but concern for what? For 100 people in Balochstan, 200 people in Al-Ahwaz, in Kurdistan, in South Azerbaijan are dying in a matter of minutes. You show your concern? This remembers me to the Suella Braverman, the Internal Ministry of UK, when she talked in the New York. She said the UN Declaration for Refugees is not fit for purposes. I would declare here that the UN Declaration for the indigenous people, for the non-Persian nations, is not fit for purposes. UN Declaration and Charter need to be updated in terms of the, when it comes to preserve the indigenous people. If we look around the world, all the people, Scotland, in Spain, in Africa, in Asia, all the people are struggling for their independence, for their dignity. But no one helps them, unless it's the matter of, as our brother says, is the matter of interest. If it is the matter of interest, next day you will get liberated. Regimes like Shaheed Saddam Hussein in Iraq or in Libya, it's in a matter of days they have been brought down, toppled, because it comes for some other country's interest. So again, I would emphasize, we as ADPF support, and we express our sincere condolences and support to our brothers in Free Balochstan movement, for the Baloch nation, which is, we are brothers with them. We are in the same path for getting along with other non-Persian nations, and we are calling for a robust move by the international community to stop, to deter further bloodshed, what happened in Balochstan. And these, I would send a message to Arabian Gulf countries as well. If you want to be safe from the Iranian occupation regime crimes, it's the best for you to support the non-Persian nations. The way that you will get your peace and prosperity for all the Arabic, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Urdun, Maghreb, Jazair, if they want to get their dignity, their prosperity, peace, it will come with the lethal support. Instead of buying weapons from Western countries, with the few support, little support for non-Persian nations, that's enough for you to stay all your life in peace and prosperity. Thank you again, and again I pay my tribute and sympathy with the Baloch nation. When it comes to Balochstan, what happened yesterday,
Yeah.
I am, as an Ahwazi, I will consider myself as Balochstan. Man, when it comes as a crime against the Balochstan nation, I will proudly consider myself as a Baluchi. This is the honor I get it when it comes as the matter of resistance against the occupier. And then thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.